Hey, everybody, it is Scott Steen with winnersandwhiners.com coming to you with the
Hump Day.
edition of Today in Sports Betting, doing it MLB style with my partner, Scott Reichel. Scott, got some getaway games here early in the afternoon. We're not going to talk about those so much because it's won't give much people time to take action there. Got a couple of fun games, but we're going to talk a little bit about a couple of others that have our attention for today. Why don't you start us off with one of your favorites?
Well, first one we're going to talk about was between two teams that we have been talking about for the last couple of days, and they've made us a decent amount of money. It's the Brewers.
Yeah.
Taking on the Padres. I know that you have Lamet on the mound for San Diego. Of course, he had a great year last year, and San Diego is still getting a ton of respect in the markets. Meanwhile, Milwaukee has Hauser on the mound, who has been pretty good this season. But, Milwaukee has won the first two games as a pretty decent underdog. Of course, you're having a decline in starting pitching quality because you go from Woodruff to Burns, which is a very solid combo. Then you have Hauser, who I think is good, but he's not nearly on the same level as those two. But meanwhile, you have the Padres laying 200 against a team they've lost to twice. You have any thoughts on this one?
Take the Brewers. That's my thought.
For the value, I can't really disagree with you.
Like I said, Hauser's been fine. He's got an ERA in the three. Where's he at? 3.14. He's
been fun.
Performing his peripherals a little bit. He's got a whip of 1.53, which indicates he may be a little lucky. But to me, Scott, to lay 190 on the wild card that is Lamet making his first start of the season, that's going to give me pause right there. This is a Milwaukee team that's got most of their bullpen pretty well rested. It's always a good thing when Corbin Burns goes. Your bullpen's going to get most of a night off. They brought in not quite the C squad, but they brought in the B squad. So you say they saved Hader. They've got their bullpen lined up in good shape. I've got to take the price here, my friend. It's a game that the Padres again probably will win, but if you're going to hand me $1.75 or so, I'm gonna lap it up. I'm gonna absolutely lap it up.
Can't argue with that. I don't. There's not much to add. I personally think San Diego's probably going to win the game. I just like betting against sweeps, but Milwaukee, this team's looked good over the first two games, but San Diego's offense has been the story because this team can hit against solid pitching. Especially since Tatis came back, you thought that this team would wake up again offensively. Has not been the case.
Well, Tatis sat tonight.
Well, I'm just saying since he came back in general, people were expecting San Diego to make a lot of noise, and that really hasn't happened in any of the games that he's played in. He didn't play yesterday, as you just said, but the lineup's in a bit of a slump right now. So I'd lean under as well, but I think the value itself is on Milwaukee. San Diego should probably be around, what do you think, minus 150?
Yeah, I think that's legit. This is, you don't know how Lamet's going to perform coming off the elbow problem. They shut him down earlier. So I just, I'm taking a wait and see position with Lamet. Of course, you're going to have Machado and you're going to have Tatis back in the lineup, and that's going to help.
Yep.
But again, I'm sucked in by the money, Scott. I can't pass up that plus money on this Milwaukee team that's shown a way to get it done in spite of the fact they not scoring a ton of runs. But the pitching is certainly in good shape right now.
That's the thing is that let's just say Lamet even pitches well. San Diego's had issues scoring, so you might see a low-scoring close game.
Yep, absolutely true. I don't want to get involved with the total at 7. That's I would. You know what? I was going to say I'd lean over, but
I'd lean over as well.
Lamet could go 6 innings, give up 1 run. So
I like the over more than the under, though.
Probably, yeah. And San Diego with the lead, they've got a killer bullpen as well. Their bullpen's done very well this season. So, that was such a liability for them last year.
And then Kirby Yates left, got injured, and their bullpen improved, I guess.
Yep, absolutely. All right. Moving on.
My team won a game yesterday.
What's that?
My team won a game yesterday.
The Yankees.
They actually won something.
Hard to believe.
It was actually really funny. They scored 1 run and a home run by Urshela to make it 1-1. They won 3-1. Their last 2 runs were scored on – it was a wild pitch and a bases-loaded walk. Like they still didn't get any hits in big situations.
How about that offense?
How about that offense? But you score on a pass ball and a walk. I'll take it, but I kind of wish you'd actually knock somebody in every now and then.
You like it? You like him today? We're not going to talk a lot about this because I've got to play on it. But you like him laying the number with Kluber?
Playing 120 something with Kluber? Hell no. I can't. I know the Yankees won yesterday, but this team still can't really hit. Jethro Tull's been decent so far this season. Not amazing, not terrible. But you look at Kluber, I don't know how much he has left. It's just he can't really control the off-speed stuff as much as he used to be able to. His fastball's not the same. And I don't want to say that he's washed or anything because I think he still has something there. It's clearly not the same guy. And I think that he's still getting Kluber name brand recognition when realistically he's probably 75% off on the local hardware store.
Yeah, he hasn't made a quality start since August of 2019.
That's what I'm saying. So people are still looking at him like, Kluber, remember this guy? It's kind of like it's not as bad as Bumgarner, but it's one of those looking at the names going, oh, you want this guy?
Yeah.
Right here, it's like, no, we have, we have other options. But
Now, Bumgarner, obviously a big fan of the show because he went out and performed after we totally ripped him.
Yep.
So what else you watching here, bud?
Well, so I'll look to Atlanta there just to fade Kluber, especially getting plus money with Atlanta. I have to like the Nationals. You got Scherzer against Carlos Martinez. Martinez has been another pitcher who's been pretty awful so far this season. So fading him is always nice. You do have around a minus 165, minus 170 money line, so I'm not that interested in that. But, of course, Scherzer versus Martinez, it sounds about right. But
Tough to play the run line with Washington being the home team and being almost incompetent on offense.
Yep, that's always the tough one.
They've been awful. I think Martinez will be the great equalizer there, but that's a pretty hefty price to pay.
I thought Wainwright would be the great equalizer, and that just did not happen today.
Yeah, no kidding.
But other than that, though, don't really have anything else. It's one of those cards, both in basketball and baseball, where you have games on. I just don't find many of them that appealing, but they are there. So,
well, there's some interesting games as far as the baseball goes, but the prices are all just outrageous.
That's what I'm saying. So
I like Tyler Mahle over Merrill Kelly, but
the truth is we've already talked about how dogs have done really well so far in the baseball season. So if you want to try to find an angle, taking the dog has been a pretty solid bet so far this season.
Yeah, and I'm taking the barking dog there with Milwaukee, so I don't have any interest in back in Arizona plus 170 behind Merrill Kelly.
I'm interested in Boston a little bit, but A, there's no line. B, I don't know who's pitching for Toronto, but Boston's been a pretty solid team this season.
Yeah, that's TB.
I got to assume that'll be around minus 120 or something.
That sounds about in the ballpark, yeah, so to speak.
But that's all I got.
Okay, all right.
Anything you want to?
No, I'm just looking here. I would like to see.
There's no one in the Rays-Royals game, so we can't really talk about that one.
Well, I don't think Rays have announced.
It appears to be Waka, but
I got Waka in one spot, and I saw TBD and I noticed it's going to be Junis, who's pitched very well so far this season, but Waka hasn't been terrible, Scott.
No, he killed the Yankees. I think he had 6 innings, 1 hit, no earned. I think.
Yeah, because I think we faded him. I'd look at that Toronto Boston over.
Yeah, I'm not a Garrett Richards guy, so
no. And K's going for,
and K is awful.
Yeah, he's not okay at all.
He's got glasses. I'm still not sure if he can see the plate, but he's got glasses.
I don't hate taking a spin on Colorado behind Gomber.
Yeah, Gomber's been good. I go first 5.
He's kind of been a hard luck loser. They've lost all 3 of his stars, but he's pitched well.
That bullpen always falls apart.
Yeah, that is the issue there. Screwball's going in Detroit, but they play in Pittsburgh with Keller on the mound.
Is it Screwball? Because I saw Turnbull being listed somewhere.
I've got Screwball.
I like the over if it's Screwball versus Keller.
You got to, right?
It's at 8.5. I think you actually have to.
You got a couple of teams again that don't score a ton of runs, but I think bad pitching makes up for that.
I agree.
Let me see what I've got. Are you looking at ESPN?
No, I'm looking at a database that I use.
Jesus, I've got Tyler Anderson and Michael Fulmer. So yeah.
Try the listed pitcher option. But yeah, I don't really know his pitching, but I still like the over.
Keep an eye on that because it's a 110. It's a 2:10 Eastern start time. So keep an eye on your starting pitchers there, and make sure if you like the pitching matchup that you push the.
Well, the Detroit game I see is at 6:35. So,
dude, what am I looking at?
I have no idea. I never know what you're looking at half the time.
I am looking at Pittsburgh, Detroit, April 21st.
Okay.
1:10 p.m. start time. Is there a doubleheader? There is.
That makes a lot of sense.
That does make a lot of sense. Yeah. Then I got 6:40 and undecided versus Turnbull. So
yeah. So we can't really talk about that.
No skoo ball.
All right.
Fair enough. Is it time to fade Dave Peterson again?
The Cubs are so bad. But do I like the Mets at minus 135? Hell no.
Yeah.
If I was going to play it, I would take the Cubs, but I'm not a big Zach Davies guy. I'll tell you what, Miami's laying a huge price, about minus 150, which might be a personal best for Miami in terms of being favored because this doesn't happen that often. But I know Baltimore's not very good. I feel like I actually think there's some value on Baltimore because I just don't think Miami should be minus 150 against anybody. Would I take Baltimore? Probably not, but Rodgers has been good. But do I really trust a team that can't score to be laying borderline 150, 160? Not really.
That is the problem.
Yeah, but
definitely the problem. So
anyway, I don't know if you have any other games, but that's all I got.
I think you hit the highlights for me. I wouldn't touch Baltimore there. I'm not sure I want to lay $1.50 with Miami. But
that's what I'm saying. If it was around minus 125, minus 130 something, I'd take it. But 150 something with the Marlins, I can't do that.
I'm with you. All right. As always, guys, if you're looking for more information on these games or any others, there is just one place for you to go, and that is, of course, winnersandwhiners.com. Free predictions, previews into every game every single day. Each day, Scott, people from over 150 countries stop by and check out Winners and Whiners, trying to get the latest, greatest information to make their plays. So make sure you do that as well. Always there, always free. Winnersandwhiners.com. For myself, for Scott Reichel, for all of us over here at Winners and Whiners, we appreciate you guys watching. As always, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, all that good stuff. Wish you nothing but the best on all of your plays today. Hope every single ticket in your pocket turns into cash money when you head back to the window. You guys have a great day. And we'll see you tomorrow on Today in Sports Betting.